Hello, good morning, everyone. I am Amal Ridene from Tunisia. I'm a Finance Youth Fellow at the High Level Climate Champions team. Today, I'm pleased to have here with me at COP29 Valerie Hickey, Global Director of Environment at the World Bank Group, and we're going to have a small chat here at the Finance COP, which is going to be around the finance, which is a big world. So, Valerie, what do we want to chat about today?
So I want to ask you, Elle, you just finished your master's thesis on blended finance for adaptation in Africa. One of the things I worry about all the time at COP is we're meeting with ministries of environment who don't tend to be people who are immersed in finance. What does blended finance mean, and what does your thesis tell us is the best way to go about getting it for adaptation in Africa?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So basically, or to try to simplify terms, blended finance is about literally blending different forms of finance. So to bring together a catalytic component and a commercial one. And the ultimate goal is to make sure that we de-risk the investment so that we incentivize private sector, which is usually risk averse, to come on, to join the investment pool. And then there is a momentum in here. So if all entities come together, if we de-risk it, if we build the business case for it, and then countries at the same time should be able to make their national adaptation plans more investable, more like investor-friendly language here. You mentioned the finance literacy, so it's important to make that language consistent in a way so that it attracts them. So we're still far. In adaptation in general, let alone blended finance for adaptation, but I tend to see it as one of the possible ways forward as we're trying to build the case for adaptation and then the different returns that can happen in there. Probably here I'll turn to you and then to tell me like how is the bank is actually supporting developing world countries in terms of making sure that their sustainability plans are not to be compromised with their development plans. I know that also the bank most recently updated its scorecard, which I personally found, and then you tell me, to be more focused on the qualitative aspect and then to look on the long run development of countries and to support them. So if you don't mind sharing some thoughts
No,
on
I
that.
think it's interesting, Al, because for so long discussions at the COP, even still here in the Finance COP, it's about input-based metrics. How much money is going to be put towards adaptation and mitigation and fighting the climate crisis? But the truth is we also have to look at impact, because in a world where there are debt crises, where there's a cost of living crisis, we need to be spending money where it works, where it has the most impact. And so part of our work on the corporate scorecard is moving away from input-based metrics, or adding to them is probably a better way of saying it, with impact metrics. I mean, that's how we create a contagion of good ideas, because we can make sure these are the sorts of activities that are worth investing in. These activities may work, but they're more expensive and the impact isn't as large. We need to start thinking about not just the amount of money we're spending, but where that money is having its best impact.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think one of the challenges now, but adaptation being underlooked, is that we cannot quantify it the same way we are able to mitigation, and then that makes it less appealing to fundraise for.
So we need to help unlock the power of nature to deliver adaptation, to deliver jobs and GDP, and to fight the climate crisis together.
And to get to a just world where
Yes.
climate change is not like affecting the most vulnerable. Well,
Exactly.
that was a very, very lovely conversation. I always enjoy talking about finance and adaptation,
Yes.
and thank you for making it even more dynamic. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and see you in the next Expert Corner with you.